When I first started to get serious about watercolours 50 years ago, or getting on that way. No, I was more serious when I discovered Roland Hilder and Zoltan Szabo, who I mentioned recently. He died in 2003. A Polish, I believe he was Polish or Hungarian, emigrated to America. And I just got one of his books, how to do demonstrations, and they were so simple, deceptively simple. They weren't simple, of course. They just looked at simple subjects. But keeping things simple is quite a challenge, and that's what we're going to do today. When I first saw his work, it was just sort of vignetted. There was a lot of space around the main objects, whether it was a fence post or a gate or a tree. It was just beautiful, and I thought I could do that, and it took a while. So I'm going to go back to basics. I'm not going to do wet in wet. I didn't discover wet in wet really until I was into Ron Ranson, which was such a... I've got this little box piece on here, which I bought 18 months ago at the Art in Action fair, £20. I'll show you a bit of it. It's just a thing. It's a box, but it's got a lid with the rail to hold the board and a clamp at the top. I've not used it, to be quite honest, but for £20 it had to be bought, one of those things. But I bought it with the 3 sable brushes, Kolinsky's, which I hardly ever use. I stick to my hake. So the method, my method back then was to wet just a bit of the paper, and then before it's sort of soaked in, put in some colour, a bit of ultramarine. But I probably used to use the colour straight from the tube rather than... This way you get where the water hits and misses. So a bit of alizarin in there, bit of sienna, and I found this a very, very attractive way of painting. Okay, and I didn't do much more than that really. Low horizon, and the board's about 30 degrees. It's quite a good angle. So I'll put in a bit of dark blue with a bit of red or a bit of alizarin just in the background. Okay, that'll do. Right, I'll give that a dry. So headphones off. I used to use an old squirrel brush, probably a number 10, 8 to 10. And it was very floppy, but I did a lot with it. I learned to do a lot with it. It's not always having the best brushes that makes for a good piece of work. It's what you do with it. It's like this hake. It's with practice it does so much. Far more than I ever managed with the round sables. So we'll always be indebted to Ron Ranson. Right, okay, let's put in a bit of landscape. So a bit of burnt sienna and a bit of cadmium yellow. Let's get a nice bit of warm Put a Payne's grey in there, I think, to make a green. Just be inventive. I do love this cadmium yellow. It's much more soluble than burnt than the lemon yellow. We'll just drop in some greens, and then the shadow there, a bit blue. Pull out the loose hair. When that dries, we can elaborate. Okay, give that a bit of a dry. And we'll have, let's have a tree. I won't, I'll come up here, sort of greeny grey. I'm just using palette colours. And I'll put some leaves. I might even use a sponge on this, but I never used to use sponges back then. Okay, and we'll have one bit of for balance here. And so it goes. That's about all we need. We can put in some fence posts if we wish. Just, when you do this, Payne's grey and a bit of burnt umber, I think. Don't want it thick paint. And when you do this sort of thing, don't put everything in, just leave some unpainted. Your brain will put it in for you. Okay, that's all we need for that. And we can put in some, now that's drying off, we can put some nice foliage in here. In the shadow, the green. Payne's grey and that lovely cadmium yellow. I'm only saying that it's a great colour, very soluble colour. It's the Cotman Winsor Newton watercolour that is so good. Right, I'm not going to use the rigger if I can help it. But I want to fill in some of this here. A bit of rye there. Right, let's get back into here. You can be as frugal or as generous as you like with these sort of things, these twigs. So there's light coming from the Right. Okay. I don't know what sort of tree this is. Okay. I need just a little bit more. Have some crossing. Right, okay. Now I'm just going to finish off with a sponge now. When I find it. Help when I washed it. Well, I washed a bit of it anyway. Where is this? I'll use this bit here. I'm going to dry this. Okay, so spring greens. We'll have some nice yellow. Nice, eh? Lovely spring day. We'll have some dark ones the other side. Okay, well, I will probably a few bits for the rigger. I want that darker there because it's on the shadow side. Have plenty down the base as well, where it's catching some twigs. Right, let's get a bit of a So the sponges are just good fun really. I'll put a little bit of dark under there where that shadow is. Okay, right, just a little bit with the rigger. Just that grey, burnt umber and ultramarine. Don't be too dark. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Let's put it in a mount. Really, it is that simple. It's not my best, but I'm trying out this easel as well. But it just goes to show how simple you can be and still produce a sort of painting. So I've made no attempt at filling in around the edges. It's just that is the bit. I think my tree probably is a little bit heavy. I think the Payne's grey didn't help that. But anyway, it's very similar to what I've done before. But I like doing these sort of things. You don't have to have a lot of detail in to be effective pieces of work. Let's just wind that up. So there we are. It's just one central, well, one main piece of detail, and the rest is subordinate to it. I just want to put a couple up in there. Justify all those leaves coming into bloom. Right, there we are. Thanks for watching. Well, enjoy the Easter weekend. We've got load in for dinner tomorrow. My friend's 70th birthday tonight. That's how it goes. Bye bye.